New Breed Global Truth.
Ask a lot of y'all worship the devil. They say they Christians, but they bumping 666, you get what I'm saying? So my job was out of anger to make black people get comfortable with their name. And I was very intelligent with it because I read a lot about it. I read a lot and I put all that into the music and the energy. You get what I'm saying? Because how you get Satan's name going, you get the kids to liking it. Now today, see, I think we was one of the first people to break it like that. You would think 666 would have been a rock and roll band. So I think I was used by Satan, and I think he's a bitch. I don't fear him. I don't even believe in that motherfucker no more. But just to get black people.
The agenda is real, y'all. Pound the like button, tap in. Salute to everybody joining.
This a gridlock, yeah. Book smart, headstrong, this a real one, yeah. Swing a sword, head off, I'ma stomp down. I'm disturbing hell spawns, yeah, we up now. You better ring the alarm. You got demons in your life to start fighting them off. In the sight of the Lord, we are soldiers at war. You rappers need to think twice before pressing record. I put the pressure on all you liars, just check the report. I'm like a Vietnam veteran hearing knocks at the door. That means I stay on point from the things that I saw. Like quick draw McGraw as I read from the law. All you lukewarm Christians gon' get caught in the cross. I'm like Benzino with the word, it's a credible source. Staying strong in the faith, incredible heart. Over the years, I done shed a few losses. Still my eyes on the target like a horseback archer, let it fly. This a gridlock, book smart, headstrong, this a real one. Swing a sword, head off, I'ma stomp down. I'm disturbing hell spawns, yeah, we up now. You better ring the alarm.
I was asleep like you, I was sick, cut you, no one said bless you, cause I was dead like you, then my father came through, like what we gonna do, I was lace and new, then bring flesh upon you, let skin cover you, put my breath within you, I was made brand new, their worst nightmare came true, like a zombie I was raised up from the dead and I'm Hebrew, but they ain't got a clue, no they ain't got a clue, turn to Job chapter 2, blow the trumpet in Zion, stand tall and strong, keep your head up, remember you're a lion, y'all should wipe away your tears, no more death, no more pain, no more crying, ring the alarm in Zion, ring the alarm and blow the trumpet in Zion, oh boy, hey, ring the alarm, the Most High is mighty and we about to stomp on you and your
This a
squad.
gridlock, book smart, headstrong, this a real one. Swing a sword, head off, I'ma stomp down. I'm disturbing hell spawns, yeah, we up now. You better ring the alarm.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome to another broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. If you all can hear me clearly and there's no discrepancies in the mic, do me a solid and put a 1 in the chat. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see Young Gene in the building. Steadfast in the house. All right, I see the ones, Brother Xavier. Mr. Wow, see what's going on, what's going on. Great, everything's working great. We got to talk about music and the effects that it's having on the mass majority of people roaming this planet right now. You seen that brief video clip at the beginning with a former member of 3-6 Mafia. And he boldly states that Satan used him to normalize Satan worship within the Black community. And when you look at what we got going on now, I mean, man, it's looking bad out here, y'all. You got Playboy Cardi wearing thongs. You got all these androgynous and cross-dressers, and they all repping Skull and Bones, and they all throwing up the devil horns and 666 hand gestures. I mean, it's totally normal now. But what a lot of people are not discussing is the effects that it's actually having on people. I'm talking about demon manifestation, actually manifesting demons on people. I'm talking about possession. Real possession is going on through the music. And you're going to find out today, this is going to be very educational. And it's very true, because our job as believers is to pretty much teach the people. Our job as believers is to make sure that we are aware of the spiritual battles that we face, the wickedness and principalities, the real war that we face on a daily basis, because it's real, y'all. And I have studied demonology over the years. I'm a musician myself, and I understand the validity of frequency and which frequencies to use, which we'll talk a little bit about that as well. As an artist, I'm going to be giving y'all some real pertinent information for you to use. And you're going to be able to really put on a full armor and shield yourself from certain spiritual invaders, because I could tell you this right now, y'all, the music is really having an effect on people in a real bad way. And you can see it on people's countenance. Now, we're going to be going in, man. I got a few sources I need to go to. Just like the video on your way in, because this is a real important topic, because a lot of us are having our subconscious mind attacked and we don't even understand it. These things are happening to us, and it's like it's becoming normacy. We're being desensitized on a daily basis to lyrics that promote adultery, murder, dissension, violence, perversion, sexual immorality, drug use. And I don't think people understand that it becomes secondhand nature. What goes into your mind actually begins to actually send you through a transformation. It becomes part of you. And that's why in the scriptures it says salvation starts with the renewal of your mind. Satan is all about psychological warfare. He's all about aiming at your mind, and he'll do it through your eye gates or through your ear gates. All right. Now, for those who don't know, if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in the truth, if you don't believe in the Bible, then you're probably in the wrong place, because the scriptures give you the real origin to why music can be used as such a powerful weapon. Satan himself was an angel of music in heaven. He had pipes and various instruments in the fiber of his being. He had different valves and horns and instruments in his body. And he was called the morning star because he would wake up the angels in the heavenly realm. Now, he fell. The Most High casted him out, which means the Most High has music too. The Most High didn't need Satan to be in the heavens, because he has his top angels. He has chiefs. He has his musicians up there. Matter of fact, the song you heard at the beginning, that's the difference between life and death. What you heard was righteous music coming from the Most High, opposed to what you hear on the radio, top 20, top 40 every day, right? So the Most High has the music. It's just the world has been given into the hands of the wicked. And although our music is more powerful and it's better and it has a higher frequency, the world will never promote and push that type of music on the forefront. But it's up for you, the people, to support it. New Breed Universal ENT is where you can find it. Now let's talk about the effects that this music have on the people. I'm going to go to a source here. All right, hold on one moment. Yeah, here we go. And y'all bear with me one moment here. And here's an interesting interview with Jaquan. Some of y'all remember Jaquan from back in the day. Everybody in the club get tipsy. You know, he pretty much got out of the industry for various reasons. And in this video clip, he explains why.
And even in the industry, I used to look out into the crowd, and I promise, I know you're gonna think I'm lying to you. I used to look out and see faces change. Everything felt demonic, spiritually.
One day we bought a bar and we just talking. We just talk about life and just deep shit. And then it was like,
now I want to stop here for a moment. Jaquan said he would look out into the crowd and he would physically see faces change. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen this before. I've personally seen people go through these shifts. I've watched people go through metamorphosis and their face would contort, it would shift, it would change, literally based on the music that they're playing. Just based on like riding in a car with somebody. Something as small as that. Now, when you get to a certain level in this walk, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a vibration, there's an energy shift. When people listen to this music, I've literally seen you'll play something with a higher vibe and you'll play something with a lower vibe and you'll see the metamorphosis happen. You'll see the demon actually manifest upon people just based on the music alone. And this stuff is very real, y'all. Now, people don't believe it, but what you got to understand is the way our brains operate. When that pineal gland is receptive to certain vibrations and frequencies, it will cause a physical shift on you. Just like when you read the scriptures, we've done videos on this. We went over the VMAT2 gene. We went over the God gene. And it shows you that you get more sensory responses in your mind and your wavelengths and your brain patterns when you're reading scriptures. So what do you think is happening when you listen to shoot 'em up, bang, bang, I take your chick, I smash your girl, I'll run up on the op, I ran off on the plug. I mean, what exactly do you think is happening? You're literally going through that metamorphosis. Somebody in the chat says, in hindsight, I work with a witch, pray her away. Okay, well, that's good because, hey, it's a lot of witches running around. But this is crazy, man, because this stuff is real.
And even in the industry, I used to look out into the crowd, and I promise, I know you're gonna think I'm lying to you. I used to look out and see faces change. Everything felt demonic, spiritually.
one day we bought a bar and we just talking. We just talk about life and just deep shit. And then it was like 3 broads. They came. These bitches had on all black. These bitches were prettier than fucking. It was like they had that look like the Kardashians. These bitches. And that shit ain't nothing. That shit ain't look enhanced, and that shit look all natural. So he nudged me like, so I look. I said, ooh, yeah, nigga, it's on. Mm-hmm. So we chilling, we drinking. I start my bullshit. What y'all drinking? Get these bitches whatever they want. Double them bitches up. And when they finish, give them another one. So we on our bullshit. We just drinking now. Me and him just talking like, because we already know. They be like, I'll be over to your left. You know, you read that energy. So I was like, they ain't going nowhere. Keep these bitches drinking. So me and Pac still talking. Out of my fucking peripheral. Nigga, look, I can't make this up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell anybody this kind of shit. So I'm giving this shit to you exclusive. Check this one out. So out of my peripheral, you know, you see certain shit through your peripheral. So I look, and it looked like something, like the bitch was moving, like.
So he's pretty much saying it looked like the women was morphing. And look, let me tell you, man, For y'all thinking that this is nonsense, that this is BS, yo, when people get inebriated and you're harnessing and harvesting a certain amount of energy, a certain type of energy around you, faces contort. And I'm going to tell you this too. It's not only the music that's playing in the background that's negative, but if you were to play something that's righteous and people are used to force feeding themselves something wicked, you'll see these same spirits manifest on people. But see, he's talking about this wicked industry and how everybody don't appear to be who they are, bro. And there's actual demons that's taking on angels of light. Even Satan himself said he would take on an angel, become an angel of light. 1 Timothy 4:1 says, now the Spirit speaketh expressively, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines and devils. Now, what do you think seducing spirits look like? The key word, ladies and gentlemen, is seducing. The key word in seducing spirits is what? Seducing. So these seducing spirits are not going to look bad. They're going to look like beautiful women. A lot of the people in the industry, they may look like they got it all together. They may be clean cut. They may be, everybody's dressed well. Everybody got their jewelry on. Everybody blinged out. Everybody looking like they getting paid. But at the same time, guess what? Those are actual meat suits. Those are actual demons in the party. You don't even understand that you partying with demons. You in the midst of these devils. Never judge a book by its character, man. Never judge a book by its cover. Pardon me. Let's go.
But it looked like something else, like some horror movies. Nigga, listen. It looked real bugged out. So I looked again. Bitch was regular pretty. I turned my head. I see some shit moving. I was like, so I said to myself, am I high? Because me and this nigga been smoking some good shit. I drink. I looked again. The bitch face kind of like disfigured, nigga. Now, hey. All I know is when I saw that motherfucking movie, Devil's Advocate, I was like, I seen that shit. The bitch was like that. So, nigga, it was a scene in there like that. Nigga, I went pop, nigga. I looked again, and the bitch face was regular. I looked again. Well,
man, let me explain something to you all, man. The reason why we see so much violence in the clubs is because it's demons manifesting on people from the frequency and the demonic undertones of the music. Like, your music is so powerful that if you just play oldies or you play feel-good cookout type music in a party that's right there in the middle of the hood, nothing is going to happen, bro. You could be right there in the middle of the hood, bro, and no violence is going to happen. But you take that very same club and you put some trap music, you throw some 808s, you rap about running up on the ops, you put something aggressive out there, and I mean, it's almost guaranteed that something is going to pop off that night. The people become hypnotized, bro. Like, I've seen this so many times where when they just when the DJ just switch it up to that low vibrational music, people start tripping. It's the music. It is literally possessing people. Now, bruh, what this brother is talking about is deep. The brother's talking about women morphing, bro, like turning into demons. It ain't just women. Dudes can do it too. And this is why it's good to stay out of large crowds, man, because a lot of people be on one. Listen, James 4:7 says, submit yourselves before the Most High. Resist the devil and he'll flee from you. So you gotta resist the devil. You gotta be out of the company of these type of people, man, moving forward, man. And I know it's easier said than done for some of y'all, but I feel compelled to give you this advice to get away from certain crowds. Yo, when the weather break and springtime come back around, man, try to be around high vibrational, good, positive people. And be careful what you listening to too. Because I'll tell you like this. If you just pay attention to yourself, if you're just a person who know yourself, Listen to positive music for 1 week straight and tell me if you're not thinking clearer. Tell me if you're not overwhelmed, if you're not getting hit with anxiety. Yo, music has a great deal to do with all of that, man. Now, I want to share something with y'all as an artist myself, right? I got to share this with y'all because this is a very interesting documentary, and it shares a lot of insight of things that I've studied over the years, and I find them to be very true. This is called The Devil's Interval That Makes Us Sick. Pay attention, y'all.
Is called the devil's interval in musicology. That when you play 741 with 528, it creates such an annoying and dissonant energy, diseasing, stressful, that if you continue to listen to it, you could die.
Now you hear that? It's so distressful. It's so it's just such a dark frequency that it can kill you. That it can kill you. And y'all wonder why people are tweaking out at these damn concerts. You know, you got people thinking we conspiracy theorists because we got people thinking we conspiracy theorists because we know that portals are appearing at certain concerts. You got people believing that Satan ain't working through our people. I seen one respected content creator, all respect to him. I'm not going to say his name in this video, but he's real popular in the music. He's been in the music industry and he's been a YouTuber for quite some time. And I don't have nothing against the brother, but it's something he said that I got to give him pushback on. He said something to the effect of, like, we're foolish for believing that the devil showed up at Travis Scott concert. Why would the devil choose a black male to show up at his concert? You know, why not a rock and roll star? Well, let me get you to understand something. If it wasn't for melanated people, there would be no music. There would be no music in America. All the genres that you hear today, I don't care if it's bluegrass, I don't care if it's country music, I don't care if it's rock music, rock and roll, hip hop, jazz, you name it. We are the progenitors of every genre of music. This is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. This is an utter fact. Even matter of fact, Jesse Ventura, he's actually repeated these same sentiments in his book. And he also said it in an interview as well. But it's true. So don't think that Satan is not going to pop up at a Travis Scott concert and crack open a portal. Listen, here's a little news flash. Satan is black. So is the Most High. The Most High, melanated. Christ, melanated. But so is the devil. See, you can't have all the perks of being the originator of mankind and all that and not understand that you're good and evil. So I just thought I'd put that out there just to get a brother some pushback. I challenge his perception on what he's saying. But it is what it is, man. Let's continue.
Is called the devil's interval in musicology. That when you play 741 with 528, it creates such an annoying and dissonant energy, diseasing, stressful, that if you continue to listen to it, you could die. They have held the secret knowledge by which the pyramids were constructed based on the math. All of the universe is constructed according to these 9 tones. They knew about them. In fact, they instituted. In fact, it was the Rockefeller Foundation in 1939 that instituted the world's standard tuning. The Western world tunes to a 440 hertz frequency.
So that became, through the Rockefellers, they went from 440. Now, mind you, beforehand, it was 342 hertz, which was perfect synchrony. When you mathematically divided the 342 hertz into fractions, it came out to 12, 12, 12, 12. Like literally it was balanced all across the board. It was nothing wrong with the hertz of music that we were listening to. But then the Rockefellers came in understanding what it's like to control the world, understanding that you have to literally lower the vibration of the people. You have to lower the energy of the people. You have to have them in constant battle with themselves. You have to have them constantly in some form of anxiety. So they change the hertz. This is a fact, y'all. And I meant 432. Yep, 432 hertz was the original. I think I said it backwards. It went from 432 to 440. 432 was perfect. Nothing was wrong with 432 hertz. Matter of fact, to this day, I adjust my software to 432 hertz, and that's why my music may sound a little bit different, and it may give you a more positive vibration when you hear my music, because I'm playing it at the right hertz. And I advise all artists, if there's an artist watching, make the world a better place. You might not be, look, you might not be a religious rapper. You might not even be a lyricist. You may just be a person who vibe out. But at the end of the day, make the world a better place by putting out something that at least it at least synchronizes with our natural wavelengths. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go.
That when you tune your instrument to that, the F sharp note is 741 precisely, not 7.41.1 or 0.2. It's 741.
Mm-hmm. The devil's interval. Listen to this here, y'all.
I began to investigate 528 by a divine revelation that was given to a Dr. Joseph Paleo.
Now, there's no reason why the frequency should be 528. That's way too high. That's almost similar to like a dog whistle. A frequency that's a high pitch that you can't hear with the naked ear, but it's irritating you. See, I'm trying to put this to y'all in layman's terms. It's almost like white noise, or like a noise that's just so high you can't hear it, but your subconscious mind is irritated by it. When you playing Future, Lil Wayne, any trap music, that's literally what you're listening to. Your brain is literally being attacked when you're listening to it. This is why, people become irritated. People become violent. There's a scene on what movie is that? They Clone Tyrone. There's a scene on They Clone Tyrone where they have these underground bunkers where they're testing the frequencies on the people. As soon as they start playing violent music, the brothers are down there throwing blows with each other. But when they play the love frequency, they start hugging and giving dap and all of that. That stuff is real, bro. This is one big experiment that these super rich, mega maniacal psychopaths have conducted on the entire world, bro. Like, these people are insane, man. Let's go.
Back in 1997, along with the original musical scale, the original solfeggio. It was 6 notes by which the hymn to St. John the Baptist was sung. That was known as the most spiritually uplifting hymn of all the ages. And the 3rd note of that scale was miracle note, 528. So it was ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la, and the 3rd note, mi, miragistorum in Latin, means miracles in English. So from that moment on, I began to think of 528 as something very special, but I had no clue whatsoever what it really was. I had no.
Yeah, it's really somebody using ultraviolet spectrums in a sound frequency. That's really what it's about. Somebody actually like manipulating airwaves and links. Satan understands the sacred mathematics. Like, let me explain something to you, There's a reason why the Bible have a book of numbers. Numbers are very relevant. Mathematics is very relevant. And when it comes to sound, it's all about count. It's all about how, let me give you an example. Even how you deliver a bar. If you're an artist out there, even how you rap a rhyme, you can say the same thing 5 different ways, and it can have 5 different vibrations and frequencies. Even brothers, when you're talking to women, when you're talking to people in general, you can say the same thing, but you can say it in a different tone and a different frequency, and it'll have a different effect. So sound is very important. Like literally, you could take a gospel song and sing it in a way where it sounds evil. And that's what them damn Roman Catholics be doing. You go in that Roman Catholic church, they be butchering. They be butchering the hell out of some of these gospel songs. I ain't lying. And they be making it sound evil. No disrespect if you're a Roman Catholic, but it's true though. Let's go.
No knowledge whatsoever about it being a love frequency, nor did I have any concept that it was the prophesied key to the house of David. In the book of Isaiah in the Old Testament, 22:22, and in book of Revelation 3:6-8, it talks in the end times about an angel from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, coming and heralding a miraculous key that opened doors that no man can close and closed doors that no man can open.
Now that's real key right there, because what the narrator is essentially saying is that music can open up portals, aka gateways, aka doorways. Music can open portals. It can open different dimensions to the underworld or to the Most High. And I remember a long time ago, man, I used to write a lot of violent lyrics, when I was like a troubled youth or whatever the case is. And I used to make my music. My grandmother used to find my rhyme books, and my rhyme books had some like crazy lyrics in it. And she sat me down one day and she said, look, grandson, your music, it can either be coming from God or it can be coming from somewhere else. And that's what she said to me. And when she said it, it stuck because I never thought of it that way. I just thought, this is just therapy for me. I'm just ranting. I'm just getting things off my chest. This is a reflection of self. This is better than me just going out here robbing, shooting, and killing. Not understanding that me saying those words and putting it on paper is actually casting a spell. I'm literally spellbounding. While I'm writing the lyrics, I'm casting spells. And I didn't really see it that way until later in life, but that's exactly what it is. Because when you're producing, when you're making music, you often go into a trance. When you're writing, it's coming from somewhere spiritually. It's coming from another realm, another portal. Now, when you put this out there into the airwaves, that's something that you got from either heaven or hell that you're giving the world. You're giving to other people. This is why Jaquan said he looked out in the crowd and he seen people's face begin to morph. Because Jaquan was acting as a projection monitor. It came from him, but it came from the underworld, and he's projecting it into the world. Now the people in front of him, he's getting a physical of what he's doing. His mind, his subconscious mind, is showing him the possession, the demons that's on people. It's really that deep. People don't take music serious enough, but it should be taken very serious because it can be very uplifting. It can be very powerful. It could be a awesome thing, or it can be very demonic. It can be very dark. It can cause countless souls to crash out. When them damn beats, that 808 get to knocking, and those violent lyrics are on there, it provokes something about that beat. It's provoking something. It's provoking you to do something. I'm telling you, bro. Real talk.
I had no knowledge whatsoever that was 528. And now we have substantive evidence, massive amounts of evidence. It turned out that when we discovered the original musical scale, there was not just 6, but a total of 9 core creative frequencies to the universe.
Now, this is very important because these elements, which he's going to break down just a little bit more, we all utilize each one of these core elements and frequencies on a daily basis. But I'm gonna allow him to break it down just a little more. Let's go.
That is, everything in the universe is made from 9 notes, only 9. And that the first 6 are the solfeggio, And then there's 3 additional ones that form a perfect circle of sound. And that perfect circle of sound looks something like this. If you graph it. So the first 6 notes, 396, 417, 528, 639, 741, 852, was the original solfeggio scale.
Now, let me just put this out here. All of those hertz, when it comes to music, now he's speaking at he's painting with a very broad brush right now. But all of those frequencies you see, none of those are needed when it comes to the actual production of the music. All you need, ladies and gentlemen, is what? 432. Why 432? Because 432 is perfect balance. It's perfect harmony. It breaks down a 12 in each fraction. It's completion. A number that the Most High used quite a lot, by the way, the number 12. But anyway, let's go.
The 528 that you can see on my left in green is the color green. It's the heart of the rainbow. That's the miracle note from the original solfeggio note, from the original solfeggio scale. And the other note that you see, 741, which is part of nature, is called the devil's interval in musicology.
Now, why do they call it the devil's interval? Let's listen to this.
That when you play 741,
now mind you, 428 hertz is pretty much standard now. What they used to deem the Rockefellers were responsible for us believing that was some kind of miracle note. But you know they ain't coming with no miracles. That 528 is pretty much standard. This is pretty much what you're hearing on the radio. But you need to understand that is off balance. And you're about to find out why. I'm wondering if he's going to do the mathematics, how it all breaks down to 66666 all the way across the board. I don't know if he's going to go that deep, but I have done my own research on that, and I can bring it out if he doesn't go there. Let's go.
With 528, it creates such an annoying and dissonant energy.
You hear that? It's deceasing and stressful. It creates a dissonant energy.
Diseasing, stressful, that if you continue to listen to it, you could die. And so that
that 528 hertz, man, listen, once you unplug from that type of music for a long time and you just listening to like lo-fi music at the right hertz, you listening to smooth jazz, you listen to the lyrics that's positive, you listen to the right frequency. If you go back, because a lot of us been desensitized, but if you go back and listen to 528 after like a month or 2 or 3 without listening to it, it will make you physically sick to your stomach. Like literally, you'll feel like vomiting. That's something I noticed. Like when I went through my creative, my stages of just trying to weed out certain things and trying to find my sound, because I'm getting really into my music a lot more, and I'm getting into instruments and sound and all of those things. When you unplug from that for a good amount of time, it will make you sick. Like you'll be riding with people, they be like, yo, what's wrong with you? And you just think you got car sickness or something. It's like, yo, it's the music, yo. It's sickening. It causes grief. And you'll feel it in the pit of your stomach. Real talk. Let's go.
Concept here is interesting. In the world today, we have people who are controlling virtually everything economically, geopolitically. Their agenda has been population manipulation, population control for millennia. They have held the secret knowledge, the ancient music.
Now, see, when we think about depopulation, most people only thinking about surface level issues that we have. You're thinking about the lack of vegetation. You're thinking about weather. You're thinking about climate control. Nah, ladies and gentlemen, the ancient Egyptians knew this. The Rockefellers know it. The world powers know that it's the sound. They know that that's causing people to have shorter lives. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, there's actual healing frequencies as well, too. I'm telling you, bro. Now, I'm not claiming to be some sort of expert or savant on this entire topic, but I am I know enough where I can bring some type of some awareness to the type of battle we got to deal with when it comes to this spiritual warfare, because it really is a spiritual warfare. And the scriptures tell us like this. 1 Peter 5:8 says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. See, if you don't know better, how can you do better? If you don't know that people who control the world, who want to depopulate, are manipulating our music to cause us to crash out, cause us to be sick, cause us to have more anxiety and more stress, to cause basically make us have shorter lives, then how can you fight it if you don't know it exists? So I'm just doing my part as a musician and as somebody who, you know, genuinely wants people to have longevity. And I want to see people live to their full potential. But as well as myself. Here we go.
By which the pyramids were constructed based on the math. All of the universe is constructed according to these 9 tones. They knew about them. In fact, they instituted. In fact, it was the Rockefeller Foundation in 1939 that instituted the world's standard tuning. The Western world tunes
Right. They changed the 432 hertz to 440.
To a 440 hertz frequency. That when you tune your instrument to that, the F sharp note is 741.
That's not right. That's not right.
Precisely. Not 7.41.1 or 0.2, it's 741, which meant that there was a clear, scientifically researched intent. And indeed, that's exactly what happened. The 741 A440 link came out of military research in the 1930s.
Now, do we want to trust something that came out of military research or something that's natural? You notice how they're not saying what was wrong with 432. You notice how they're not saying, yo, it was something wrong with 432 hertz. If it's coming from a military, if it's coming from somewhere in the military, better believe it has something to do with mind control. We talking about the same place that made Project Monarch. We talking about the same people who are into MK Ultra, mind control. This came out of a military combine, the 440, and the Rockefellers are the ones who funded it. There's something wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. There's something wrong with that. There was nothing wrong with 432. But let's go. Yeah, they made Project Mockingbird. We talking about these people.
To induce psychosocial stress and dis-ease to the max. It was selected that A440 would be the standard tuning for the Western world. In fact, quote, mass hysteria, end quote, could be induced by instituting that frequency. And now you begin to explain why you went from the era of Frank Sinatra, where women would mostly swoon over Frank. Suddenly, Elvis Presley, rioting began.
What happened?
It was scientifically determined for military acoustic warfare.
Pardon me, y'all. We missed something key, but my screen is stuck. What is going on here? Let me stop sharing real quick. Okay, this is weird. Hold on, y'all. I think I'm still here, but I'm having some issues on my side. Okay, I'm still here. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Something really just tweaked out on my end. Oh, this is tripping, bro. Hold on real quick. Okay, I think I'm back. What is going on? All right. So I'm seeming to be having some glitches on my end, y'all. Okay. Ah, man, this thing tweaked out just now. I can't even see myself. But I'm gonna share that screen back. I can see myself in the corner real small. Okay, I don't know why I did that. All right, I got it though. I'm gonna share the screen back. We're just gonna have to push through it. Yo, this thing is tripping. Y'all, please be patient. Oh, it just like literally like crashed out. Okay. I don't know, man. The screen has been blocked. Like, why? Yo, why is it doing this, bro? Yo, that. Oh man, no, man, this junk tripping. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, can you all hear me? For some reason, I don't know. It's like my whole computer is just tripping. Like the screen is jumping everywhere. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I have no idea what's taking place. Don't go nowhere. What I'm gonna try to do is go into another browser because this is I never seen this happen. So give me one moment. Shalom. Oh snap. Shalom, shalom. Can y'all hear me clearly? Yo, yo, it just did some wild stuff, bro. I wish I could record what my computer did, bro. Yo, it was like some movie stuff, like the screen was just blinking, blinking, blinking. It was just crazy what it did, bro. Yo, that was wild. Y'all just gotta bear with me because I gotta pull the source up. I had to go to a whole new browser, bro. Like that was wild, man. Pound the like button because I'm still here. Yo, you can't make this stuff up, man. The adversary don't like truth going out there. He don't like it, man. Let's go back to the devil's interval. That's what we're reviewing right now. One moment. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, I had to pretty much close everything, shut everything down. So if you feel compelled to share scripture, share the scripture, because I don't even have my scriptures in front of me now. I literally had to start everything over.
In musicology.
15 miles, and suddenly it's 180 degrees. That's as far as it can get. They did the same thing with the music. If you go A439, you're closer to one of the creator's tones. If you go A441, you're closer to one of the creator's original tones. That's how precisely it has been manipulated. To do what? To shut down the 95% of your brain, particularly the right brain that operates the heart mind for the divine human community.
Wow, wow, wow. Look, what he just said is the music is designed to shut down the right side of your brain. And man, the scripture just popped in my mind because the right side is connected to the heart and the spirit. The right side is connected to the heart and spirit. There's a scripture that talk about the right side being of the heart. Somebody share that scripture in the chat because they're literally trying to shut down the activation of the heart from the right side of your brain using these different sound links. I'm telling you, bro, and this is why people running around possessed, tweaked out, and geeking out here. Somebody got to share that scripture where it talks about the right side is thy heart. Oh, you got to share that. Somebody got to pull it up for me. I wish I could, but the way my computer acting right now, I'm just trying to get through this information because clearly there's being some real stuff shared right now. And we were climbing up in numbers. People are just impatient, bro. You know, they left out instead of just waiting and see if we can get it together. But I mean, I ain't mad at y'all. It is what it is. There we go right here. Ecclesiastes 10:2. A wise man's heart is at the right hand, but a fool's heart is at the left. Now, you heard that, right? Now listen to what the music is designed to do.
It has been manipulated. To do what? To shut down the 95% of your brain, particularly the right brain that operates the heart mind for the divine human community.
Wow. Wow. That's deep right there, man. We dropping jewels on them, man.
When you go driving your car and your channel on the radio is tuned to a station and you're grooving to the music, you love that music. As you get farther and farther away from the broadcasting tower, that music gets static. You start to lose the signal from the clear channel broadcast, and it gets staticky. When it gets staticky, you get a little annoyed. But you want to listen.
Yo, this is crazy. Hold on. Thanks for the super chat. Says to ignore a paid message is crazy disrespectful. I don't know what that means. I guess you're trying to tell people to support this work. Let's go.
To it. You really have a heart for that music. So you continue to listen to it for another 10, 15 miles, and suddenly it becomes so annoying that you just get disgusted. You go, and you shut it off. And if you continue to listen to it, you get sick.
Yep. Man, I'm telling you, man, you get sick, you get headaches, you just get irritable. You know what I'm saying? Your food doesn't digest right. You just you start thinking about all the negative stuff in your life, and this is what happens, man. We battle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness and principalities. These people manipulating the music. There's people walking around really. I've seen people transform listening to this stuff. Hey, Shamar Tucker, thank you for the support. Says that's crazy. I was just watching one of your older videos today about not chasing women, and you're mentioning the same thing in that video as well. Oh, that's interesting. But hey, man, this is crazy, bro.
That's what we're talking about here. Except you don't even know that you've been listening to the static your whole life. You don't even know what the true resonant frequency is because it has been kept. So in other words, the master composer master conductor of the Universal Orchestra, is singing love songs in 5/8, uplifting everything simultaneously. And we're the only species out of tune and accepting static for the clear channel.
That's crazy. We accepting static as something clear. We the only species that's accepting something that's irritating us, and we're listening to it, force feeding ourselves. Man, I done seen women listening to music. You know, when women hear the music, their bodies get to move in a certain way. Yo, some of these songs you hear from Sexy Red and all of that, y'all ever notice? I'm gonna just show you how demons manifest. Y'all ever notice a lot of the modern women who play Sexy Red, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion? How many of y'all by show ones notice that they all look the same? They all have the same type of movements. They all move their hands the same way. I mean, literally, it's the demon of Cali. They all stick their tongue out. It's like there's no individuality. It's like very difficult to find women who are creative, like women who have their own thing, women who are into like different things. But a lot of these women who play this music, they the same. They have the same spirit. They dress the same. They act the same. It's like, yo, there has to be a demon on these people. It gotta be a demon on these people. Some of the guys too. It's no originality. There's no authenticity. There's nothing. They all monkey see, monkey do. They all walk around like zombies in the club under their 440 hertz. They all look like zombies. They all zoned out. Yep, somebody said it's a demon. It gotta be a demon. Yeah, that's that Hindu deity Kali. That's why they all sticking their tongue out, man. They all got the sapphire spirit as well. Man, they're telling you, it's real talk.
Well, let's look at the work of another genius in physics named Hartmut Müller. Müller is Russia's top space-time physicist.
There's nothing more powerful than you making your thing happen. Really.
After years.
And I know I got YouTube Premium, but I think I'm logged in on my wrong account. But I do got that YouTube Premium. Hey, if y'all don't like seeing ads, sign up for YouTube Premium. Let's go.
The study created this, what he calls the standing gravitational wave of the universe. That there's one master gravitational wave out of which this entire double toroidal matrix, harmonics, and mathematics of physical sacred geometrical manifestation in the physical reality occurs. That single wave he calls the standing gravitational wave of the universe. And he further digests it as having subwave patterns, what he calls the N6. He says that N6 represents 6 nodes.
Now, I'm gonna say this, man. Y'all should check out this whole entire documentary. It's called "The Devil's Interval That Makes Us Sick." I'm skimming through, but I recommend you watch this whole thing if you're a musician, if you're somebody who really wants to put out a positive message. You should really check this particular documentary out. It's deep. And when you add biblical context to it, it's even deeper.
Transmission, photon, reception, transmission for intercellular communication and cellular upregulation. Now, to further share with you and show you the science by which I can share with you assuredly your DNA.
So these frequencies have the ability to manipulate one's DNA. Now, this is what's going on in the industry with the negative frequencies. And here go the artists that are being used. And to this day,
Ask a lot of y'all worship the devil.
This is how some of them came.
They say they Christians. Ask a lot of y'all worship the devil. They say they Christians, but they bumping 666. You get what I'm saying? So my job was out of anger to make black people get comfortable with their name. And I was very intelligent with it because I read a lot about it. I read a lot and I put all that into the music and the energy. You get what I'm saying? Because how you get Satan's name going, you get the kids to liking it.
They got the kids to like it. And he also took a shot at you lukewarm Christians out there who claim that you of Christ, but you playing the devil's music and you really vibing to it. This is why Kurt Franklin and Lecrae and all of these cats, they all are mixed in with all the people of the industry. You know what I'm saying? Little do you know, you basically eating from both tables. Yo, Chief, thanks for the contribution. Says, I'm not an idol worshiper, fanboy like you. When I pay money, I want to be answered. I didn't even say nothing crazy. I worked for this. Oh, okay. Let me do you a favor. Let me just do you a favor. I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Don't even worry about it. I just went ahead and packed you up and sent you on your way. You ain't got to worry about it. No troubles. You ain't got to worry about sending me no super chats or having your messages read. You ain't got to worry about it no more. You ain't got to send now near another super chat. You all good. But I'm telling you, man, that's somebody right there that's listening to that 532 hertz. That's somebody right there that's listening to Trippie Redd every night. You see what I'm saying? You see what happened when you don't listen to the right frequencies, y'all. But man, it is what it is, man. I had an hour for this stream. I wanted to come through. I know we had a little stumbling block earlier with we had a malfunction. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I do have a new setup, so I'm kind of trying to fine tune everything. Y'all can expect a lot more content on the way. Do me a favor and, hit the like button, share this content, share this material everywhere. I got more coming, y'all. Thank each and every one of y'all for catching another broadcast. One love, salute. Y'all want to support my work? Support me on the Cashapp Nubreedglobaltruth77, as well as Nubreed.love. All right. Thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed evening. Shalom and peace.